I wanna rock, I wanna rock, I wanna rock, I wanna rock. Hi my loves, Joseline'S, the girl from around the way, where we have culture, conversation, and community. And in today's video, I'm coming to you all with a Doon Chan Chan, okay? Joseline'S Cabaret season 3. Are we on season 3? Okay, watch out for the Spanglish because it might be full effect because of the Puerto Rican princess. So if you're new here, hi, how are you? These are the type of reviews that we do. These are the type of things that we get into, so make sure you like and subscribe because it helps you on the YouTube algorithm, and then also to become a part of the community. And then once you do that, like, you know, we're girlfriends, period. So let's just hop into it because that's what we do. Zeus gives us our recap like we always do, but we needed this recap because I feel like Joseline'S Cabaret hasn't been out. Like, it feels like a minute, and I don't know if that's just because Natalie Nunn is churning out these baddies. Okay, baddies East, baddies West, like Monday to Thursday, capitalizing off of the everything, you know. Okay, so boom, they give us the recap of season 2, and I almost forgot about Chanel. Poor Chanel. Listen, I've seen her in a couple of Tubi movies, and word on the curb is she's still doing her thing down in Houston, Texas. And shout out to you, Chanel, because you played that role, girl. You had everybody thinking you was a dummy, you was a fool, whatever. But now I see that these people will do anything to be abused by the Puerto Rican princess in hopes of becoming a fan favorite, period, the end. So naturally, Joseline gives us a music video, and I have to say the music video is shot in probably Brooklyn, Harlem, somewhere. And she's in a PJ. She looks good. I mean, Joseline is going to give us fashion. She's going to give us hair, makeup, fashion, yitties, and everything else. And the music was cute. She's finally rapping like she understands, you know, the English language, because, you know, all languages have a certain flow and cadence. Like, she was rapping like she didn't even know English, and they just gave her the words. Joseline and Ballistic is the first scene, and they are on the balcony. We got some cool aerial drone shots, and the camera angles are definitely given. Yesterday's price is not today's price with Zeus. We see them open up their second, you know, studio office thing or whatever. And Joseline and Ballistic are looking good. Joseline looks good. Ballistic looks aged. He looks older. He looks like a silver fox. I don't know what y'all think. Drop it in the comments. He's looking older. They have a discussion about Black Diamond and Raven quickly. Joseline goes on to say that out of the 4 people that she did the cabaret with, only 2 have remained, which is obviously Diamond and Raven. I would be curious to see how those tours go, because what happened to Lollipop? You know, I don't think that Joseline was a real big fan of Lollipop to begin with, because when she said she thought she looked better than Beyonce, I think none of us really saw her for Lollipop at that point. But Riri, I mean, child, we see her on Now That's TV looking like she was doing a whole bab at the truck stop. She looked completely different. And, you know, whatever. I'm not about to, you know, give it up like that. I'm just saying she definitely looked like she fell into hard times, to put it lightly. Hey, Joseline's talking about, you know, she had the baddest show on the land. She had girls, you know, kitty effing and da-da-da-da and doing all these things, ass titties and everything else in between. And she got the baddest, sexiest show. And it's almost making me think about like girl, when you first started Joseline'S Cabaret, you said it was gonna be sexy, upscale, the clientele was gonna be in Vegas, it was this, it was that, and I can't have you big suckers doing everything like this and da-da-da, you $2 whores. Now you got them girls at the show doing girl on girl action, and now it's a sexy show on the land. Which, here's the thing, I understand. You know what I'm saying? If that's your lane and you see it, you capitalize on it, go ahead. Go where you're celebrated. Joseline, she got that message clearly. Go where you're celebrated. But for the ones who's been here for a minute, and, you know, Joseline'S Cabaret has a special place in my heart because I feel like it's one of the shows that I review that actually kind of like put me on a map a little bit. And y'all know I be into these reviews. Like, out of all the shows I do, I be into Joseline'S Cabaret. I just enjoy it. It's a key. I really like it. I feel like Joseline'S Cabaret format, like, definitely outweighs Baddies. Natalie is winning. She's having her moment and she's having her season, and I love that. But Joseline's Cabaret, there's something about it. I don't know. Do y'all know what I'm saying? Drop in the comments and let me know. Joseline says, I don't really know how to, you know, feel about Diamond and Raven or whatever. And Ballistic is just like, inviting them back is going to be a SHIT show, which is really telling, because if your man, my man, is telling me not to deal with somebody, you know Joseline is really not going to be here for it eventually, because your man is not for it. And we're reintroduced to Black Diamond. She pretty much says that her biggest moment was fighting Amber. And I wouldn't even call it fighting. You got beat up by Amber, but go off, sis. About getting on the PJ. Black Diamond says, this isn't my first time on a PJ. And one thing about this PJ, Zeus Network is going to milk that private jet on every scene they can and get that write-off on them taxes. And I ain't mad, because if I could write it off on my taxes, a private jet, I would every single time. Like, every single time I'm writing it off. Like, you had to go to the bathroom on the plane to record. Yes, I did. Write it off, write it on the tab every single time. And they don't miss. They do not miss. So Black Diamond and Raven are on the PJ. We see Bonnie and her grandmother. Black Diamond is in the confessional like, I'm a Pisces, and I understand that the energy is just not right now, so I'm just going to try to avoid and stay out the way. Joseline calls them over and dismisses Ballistic, and you know, begins to the conversation. And Joseline's really upset with them because Raven done got 4 felonies for dealing with an ex-boyfriend, and Black Diamond apparently hits a child. She hit a small girl backing out of her driveway. It was unclear. It was just unbelievable. She kind of chuckled. It was very cavalier and casual. I didn't like it. I didn't appreciate it. She's like, oh, she ended up being okay. I just hit her. It was just like, it's just giving black cats. It's giving very much 2 black cats in a black truck or a PJ at this point. Like, I don't got no time for that. Sometimes when people got too much going on, you just got to know, like, I ain't take my shoes or nothing, Jesus. I just walk out the building. Anyway, y'all, Joseline props her feet up like, I'm just so sick of you hoes. I'm just so tired of you slut monkeys. And what are y'all gonna do? All I got is flowers, no diamonds, no rubies, no nothing. And she puts her feet out for them to kiss. And Raven was the only one who started kind of like stroking her feet and pretending to kiss them. She did kind of like lick them a little bit. In the confessional, she was like, girl, them feet was feeting. Them corns was corning. I thought you just had the pedicure. I mean, she did have a pedicure. The nail polish was clear. That's all I'll say. And the next thing we see Diamond and Raven, and she's talking about how she sent Joseline a live video where the girls was popping SHIT. And Joseline had responded like, why are you sending me this? Don't send me this, or whatever the case. And she was just like, you know what? I knew not to, like, you know, I knew shit wasn't just clean and clear, and, you know, She was like really upset. She's like, I'm just gonna mind my business from now on. I'm not gonna say anything about it. And Joseline is very weird with the social media stuff, especially how it relates to her cast members, because in one moment she wants you to tell me everything, and you know, but then at the very next time she doesn't want you to say anything. It's just really unclear how you should move with her, especially just from like a third party, like outside looking in. You don't know what she's actually looking for. Melissa calls Black Diamond and Raven, and she's like, you know what, your services are no longer needed. Okay, shout out to Shawnee O'Neal. And she's really upset. She's like, oh my god, I knew it was gonna be crazy. I knew it was gonna be off the hook and da da da. Like, I got my makeup done, I got all this done for me not to go on. It's a shame I'm not dealing with this. And I try to say goodbye and I choke. Try to walk away and I stumble. Girl, it's giving Macy Gray. Oh, wow, you are not here. Okay. Even Black Diamond, she continues, oh, my intuition, my intuition, my intuition. I'm a Pisces girl. That intuition ain't tell you not to come on this season. It ain't tell you nothing. You just talking about some of your intuition, but it ain't tell you not to show up. Sometimes you gotta know when to just let it go. Joseline is preparing for her one night only. She's getting her makeup done. She's like, use a sponge, don't use no stick. You know, she's doing all of her diva things. And then we see her as Starlet, and she's, you know, doing her show. She's performing her songs. Everybody know it. And I think it's interesting that she performed as Starlet, because Starlet is infamously known as like a Spanish club for real. They're trying to put on like, oh, you know, it's a hip hop club, but really it's a Afro-Latina club, because everybody who's on the East Coast know that Starlets are not fair. The New York strip clubs are not fair when it comes to black women. And I think the Puerto Rican princess picked the perfect venue for, you know, what she was doing. She performed. She had her sentimental moment and was just like, this is the first time I performed. And I wasn't on cocaine. I wasn't on any pills. And we seen that go viral on the Shade Room. And I think that Joseline does a really good job at marketing things without making it feel forced. Like, Natalie does a good job at making us want to know, but it also feels very forced and very fake. You know, I think Joseline has this really good quality of making it feel unique and authentic. And she does her meet and greets. It was cute. And for the one night only tour in New York, which I think it's cute that she did her auditions without doing this drag out auditions for Joseline'S Cabaret. Like, Natalie Nunn runs her show, which, again, girl, I don't know what the marketing strategy is and how much Zeus has a play in it. Is it really Natalie or Joseline's call? I'm interested in knowing, but will we ever know? We see the girls outside waiting to be seen and, you know, waiting to audition. Nonetheless, we see Raven and Diamond show up and they're waving and they're, you know, hey, how y'all doing? And then out of nowhere we see Miss Wet Wet, because I'm never thirsty, or whatever her little slogan is. And Miss Wet Wet had the girls pressed. We all know that Wet Wet can't dance, but she's clearly a fan favorite. She got her girls out, Paris and London, and she has like this little elastic band of ruffles around them, like underneath them, which is so cute. Then we see Miss Natural. She looks good. Miss Natural looks good. She got some weight on her. She's like, I can't believe Zeus let me back in the door. Then we see Daisy. I think it's cute that we see Miss Daisy. I mean, like, if you've been watching Joseline'S Cabaret from the beginning, like, Daisy's not the girl that you really liked. You liked the other girl who was the streetwalker in Lucky, but you didn't really like Daisy. But I like that she brought her back. I'm all for the reach back. I'm all for, I'm gonna bring you with me at the end of the day, as long as you stay faithful type of situation. And then we're reintroduced to Yummy P, and the wigs are still bad. They're still cringe. And I think Yummy P is such a cute girl. Like, she's a beautiful girl if you're into, like, the small little petite type of chicks. But like, girl, the wigs, how you so little with the big ass wig? I'm just saying. And my wig is big, but I'm big to match it, period. We're reintroduced to Lucky, and I love that Lucky is double dipping on these networks. Go ahead, Lucky, because typically when you have a network that you work with, it's exclusive. You can't work for 3 years and all this other stuff, but she's able to move around Zeus and the other one. And I think Lucky was a fan favorite, whatever. She was a cabaret captain. You know, we like to see her on the other shows, but I feel like Zeus gives her her just due, right? And Lucky is one of those girls who exude natural sex appeal with a natural body. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can have natural sex appeal with the enhanced body. That's something different, but Lucky's giving very much like, I'm a real girl. I'm a real woman. Okay? I'm every woman. It's all in me. You know what I mean? Type of thing. Joseline say finger the check. They doing a double dipper check. I love that for you, Lucky. Joseline gets there and they're all excited, and it's really just looking like a party. Not like a party, but like a closed set party, which is like even more lit. She's going on stage. Everybody's all excited. She's like, okay, everybody shut up, shut up, shut up. Nobody. So it was like a couple of girls who wasn't stop talking. She's like, you three, her in the black. She gotta go. And I love that she like commands it in that way, because like, you should have seen all these people and they're really being quiet, because the Puerto Rican princess said shut up, and if you don't shut up, I'm gonna put you out. Yes, show them what's up. Like, them girls be trying, Natalie. Them girls be running up on the stage doing all this and doing all that. Like, she's showing y'all like, I'm still gonna get my respect at the end of the day. Raven and Diamond gets called out like, y'all ugly asses, y'all will not be performing. Natural and Lucky was dancing, and she was like, you know, I could tell she was trying to do the girl on girl thing, but she was really just kind of cramping my style. She was so drunk in the second and third. So Raven and Black Diamond get put out. We kind of hear some commotion. We don't really know what's going on. So Joseline takes a quick little interlude to, you know, see what's going on with her girls. And when she goes outside, it's just Raven. I don't know where Black Diamond was. She's over there securing her spot like a white woman should. And it's like, no, at the end of the day, y'all putting me out like I'm just this the person, this and other. I missed the whole funeral to be here, Jocelyn, and you're trying to treat me like this. And Jocelyn's like, wait a minute, hold on, because what's going on? Because I told you what. Jocelyn ends up choke slamming this girl when she was really just trying to make a point like, I'm not about to go outside. I'm not about to go out like no sucker like Chanel did, because she must know the formula. She know how it goes. She's like, oh, she's trying to play me, so I'm gonna leave. So Jocelyn choke slammed her. That's pretty much what she did. And then we see her go back into the you know, the situation. You know, we're gonna see that Lucky makes it to the next round of situations, but it looks like she might get the boot too, because Jocelyn is trying to play her. But Lucky, you did all this to come back onto the show just to have the moment to get kicked out, because she said, and what is you looking at like that? Girl, you came onto this lady's show knowing who she was and what it was. Like, I don't even understand how you're trying to leave on that note. We're going to see Yummy, Miss Natural get into it. But Miss Natural, you waited all this time. Like, girl, do your big one. Do your big one, Miss Natural. I hope you're not on here drunk, crying, and stressing and depressed and out of control. We want to see you do your real big one. Period on Yummy P and them bad wigs. Girl, long story short, make sure you like and subscribe. As always, I'm sending you much love and much light. Now, see you next video. Peace.